Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. We are fresh off the plane from Mexico, and I gotta be honest with you, I've had just a ton of boxes show up for the Jeep. Today though, we're gonna start off with something that I really want to get addressed quickly, and I think it'll help the look of the Jeep that I'm looking for, as well as it's just gonna be safer as opposed to what's going on now. Let me show you. Okay, so this is what I'm on about, the spare tire. I got a spare tire. I got a full-size spare tire. Now I know technically I could throw it under the Jeep. And I know that with some modification, it would probably fit. But for me, I have always loved the pre-runner Baja look. Okay, so I've had a problem recently with this spare tire sliding around, bouncing around, especially on trails, and just not really being very safe and very sturdy, if you will. So I kind of looked out and I found something with rough country that I think you guys are going to dig immensely. I'm going to go ahead and show you a picture right up here somewhere and show you guys what I'm talking about. So as you can see, it's got that pre-runner style where it's a slanted look. Now technically I can run it out the tailgate or I can run it up towards the bed. What I'm choosing to do is we're going to take this spare tire, we're going to put it right up to the front, slant it up towards the cab of the truck, and that way A, it looks good for shows, B, it's supported and safe, and C, oh there is no C, I just think it looks cool. Okay, so let's grab some stuff, show you what we got. Let's go. Boom! First piece. Check it out. Super awesome. Now, I haven't put this thing together yet. I don't know what it's gonna look like when it's together besides the pictures that I saw on the internet, but I haven't seen too many people do this, and I think it's pretty badass. So let's get all the pieces out. Here we are. We've got all our pieces laid out. When you open the box up, no need to unbox it. It's a box. Take it out, you get what you get. So we get a 3-bolt system, which by the way matches up to my lug nuts, or they like to say my douche spikes, because I love my diesel douche spikes. The spike lug nuts, they're so cool looking. You get a giant flat plate of steel, which is actually pretty thick and pretty heavy. I like it. And then next up is going to be the box. Let's open it up, see what we get. Okay, inside the box, we're gonna get this piece, which I'm assuming is the back plate to hold it down. Top plate, which is pretty obvious. That will hold on to this bad boy. A bunch of bolts. Oh, some step-by-step instructions with pictures to make it so easy in case you're not mechanically inclined. Good thing we are. Kind of. And that's it. That's the box. Okay, so for tools needed, we are going to need a 9/16 wrench and socket, a 3/4 inch wrench and socket, a ratchet, torque wrench, 13 30-second drill bit, a drill, some painter's tape, a pen, a tape measure, and to figure out the width of the tire with a straight edge. Pretty straightforward. Let's get them. We got all the tools out of the way. We've got everything set up here, as you can see. We've got all of our parts here. The only problem I see so far is we got to get this big bad boy out of the way. We can start assembling the parts here on the deck. And yeah, let's open up our bag of bolts, look at some instructions, and let's get started. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is install the gusset. So we're gonna flip the tire carrier upside down. We're gonna grab the gusset, put it up against the edge. It'll sit there for a second. Then we're gonna grab four of the 3/8 hex head bolts. We're gonna grab 8 washers, and then we're gonna grab 4 nylon nuts. Once we get these, it says that we need to torque these down to 35 foot-pounds of torque. First thing I'm gonna do though is just loosely applied. So let's get to it. Step 2, we're gonna take our base and install the mount carrier. We're gonna need 4 of the 3/8 16x1 hex head bolts, 4 washers, blah, 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 blah. So let's get this installed. Let's put a bolt down like this. So let's get the bolt. Okay, we got the 4 bolts bolted down. Now we're gonna switch over to the torque wrench again with the 35 foot-pounds of torque and just torque these bad boys down as well. And grab the sleeve adjuster that holds the actual tire on. Got it off. We're gonna grab the big boy bolts, the giant nuts, and 6 of the washers. Now we're gonna get our torque wrench, grab our 3/4 inch socket, set the torque wrench now to 90 pounds, and torque it down. Okay guys, we're here at 4 Wheel Parts Edmonton, and my boy up here is gonna start drilling some holes in the Jeep's first holes. Super anxious about it. We went underneath, we kind of saw where we think it's gonna be. What we've decided was we're going to mount this right where the front, what do you call these things?
Ribs?
The front ribs, sure. Where the ribs are gonna go to keep them even, because with the 37s it lines up really nicely up in the front. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna get him and let him get started on cutting stuff. Alright guys, so that is the Rough Country slant tire mount installed. And
now looks good. Okay everybody, real quick, just a brief explanation of what you're looking at here. I wanted to bring up a couple things. One, I turned the bracket around that holds the rim, so that way the logos on the rim match up and center up very nicely. It was driving my OCD crazy. The way Rough Country had it is it had 2 lug nuts on the top, 1 lug nut on the bottom, and with that the Method logo was at an angle. You had the Method logo on the rim and the Method logo on the center cap, and it's just driving me flipping crazy. So what I did was I took the bracket back off of the rim tire carrier, flipped it around, slid it back in there, bolted it back down with the 90 foot-pounds of torque, and now we have the Method logo on the top. We got the Method logo on the center cap. It's all nice and structured, everything's in line. And for those of us that have OCD, it makes us a lot happier. And lastly, the bolts. Here, I'll show you real quick. So we went from the chrome bolts that you're going to see here, and then I switched every one of the bolts over to a nickel plated bolt. I think they look super cool. Yeah, they're a lot higher strength value. Plus, they match the color of the Jeep a lot better. So anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. I got a lot more to come. We have a lot of new parts that we just got in, and we're going to be installing like crazy. So stick along for the ride. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the bell icon for all your newest videos. And again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're doing good.